Why is depth of field critical for macro photography? Have you ever wondered why some macro photographs look so stunning while others fall flat? One of the key factors at play is depth of field. In macro photography, depth of field is essential because it determines how much of your tiny subject appears sharp and in focus. When you photograph subjects at very close distances, the depth of field becomes extremely shallow. This means only a thin slice of the subject will be sharply focused, making it vital to control and understand this aspect. At the close focusing distances typical of macro photography, the depth of field decreases significantly due to the physics of optics. As you move closer to your subject, the area that appears acceptably sharp shrinks. This can lead to challenges, as even tiny movements or slight focusing errors can cause parts of your subject to fall out of focus. Therefore, mastering depth of field is crucial for achieving clear and detailed macro images. Several factors influence depth of field in macro photography. First, the size of your aperture plays a major role. A smaller aperture, which corresponds to a higher f-number, increases depth of field. This allows more of your subject to be in focus. However, be cautious, as very small apertures can lead to diffraction, which reduces overall sharpness. Next, consider the distance to your subject. The closer your camera is to the subject, the shallower the depth of field becomes. This makes precise focusing even more critical. Additionally, the magnification ratio is important. Higher magnification, such as 1:1 or greater, reduces depth of field because the subject fills more of the sensor, narrowing the focus plane. The lens focal length and sensor size also affect depth of field, but in macro photography, the close distance and magnification are the dominant factors. Because of the extremely narrow depth of field, photographers often use techniques like focus stacking. This involves combining multiple images taken at different focus distances to create a final image with greater overall sharpness. Moreover, precise manual focusing and stable camera setups are essential to maintain sharpness on the desired area of your subject. By managing depth of field through aperture settings, focusing techniques, and sometimes computational methods, you can produce detailed and visually striking macro images. Understanding depth of field is not just about technical skill. It is about bringing your macro photography to life.